Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Suraya Wayne, spelled Surayawayne, and I live in District 11. I'm a voter, but not especially politically involved. And I am here today to do something which is uncomfortable for me because I believe it is necessary for my son and other parents like myself. As senators, you have the ability to help parents like myself break the cycle of poverty and improve the future of many families in our state. LB364 adopts the Opportunity Scholarships Act, which creates a tax credit for taxpayers who make contributions to certain organizations for education scholarships. I assume that the intention of this bill is to increase scholarship funding to make private schools more affordable for families like mine. As a single mother of a 6-year-old boy, this is very important to me. I'm a full-time college student at Creighton University, and I work part-time when I'm not in school. Like every parent, I want the best for my child, but keeping up with the tuition of his current school, in which he has been thriving, is a difficult task. To illustrate why this is so important, I would like to share our story. 2 years ago, I enrolled my son in Omaha Public Schools for kindergarten. To say his experience was challenging would be an understatement. He was labeled disruptive at the age of 5, and once he obtained this label, it was hard to remedy it. Every day his behavior was graded via a system of green, yellow, and red cards. Each cards were displayed for the entirety of the class to view. Some days it seemed as if this display of individual students' behavior was more important than the actual education. Red days were the worst, as I felt the public display of shame and humiliation discouraged him from rebounding from his behavior. Once in the red, his entire day was affected, and his learning subsequently suffered. It seemed like I only received communication from his teacher when something bad happened. And at the end of the school year, he was behind in his grade level. My breaking point with his school was during the pandemic. When students were sent home, I only received communication from his teacher once or twice. While I completed the provided worksheets with him every day, I felt completely alone. The content was not hard, and it did not challenge him at all. Wanting better, I moved him to St. Cecilia Elementary School at the beginning of this school year. Quite naturally, my biggest concern was how to pay for it. Through savings and family help, I have been able to make the payments. However, in the long term, this may not be financially sustainable for me. And that is why I'm here to testify in support of this bill. Today, my son is no longer behind in math. This gap has closed in less than 1 school year in the middle of a pandemic. Additionally, he is no longer labeled the trouble student. He has challenges, but St. Cecilia has worked with my son and I in individualized team meetings. One example of the individualized accommodation which was made is a standing desk to help him with his difficulty in sitting still. I have met with his teachers and administrators on a regular basis, and he is provided with individualized instruction. I have seen firsthand a difference in the quality of education provided to my son. These are improvements that can help when a parent has a choice. As I stated when I arrived, I am not a political person, but choice for me is not politics. It's about securing a better education and future for our children. For these reasons, I ask you to support this bill so that I can continue to help my child be the best that he can be.
Thank you, Ms. Wayne. Any questions from the committee?
Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony.